people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I used to be that person who always wanted to fix everything for everyone. Like, for example, if someone would come up to me with a problem, I would instantly give them a whole plan. Like, do this, you should do this way. Back in my mind, I was just helping, but without even realizing it, I was crossing my boundaries. And I used to get so emotionally invested in other people's journeys, other people's life, their lessons, and how they're figuring it out. Are they even following my advice or not? Or even if they would come up to me with the same problem again, I would again explain it to them. And then I used to get too invested in that, and I realized that when we get too invested in someone else's journey, we lose a track of our own. We lose focus of what is actually happening in our life. Because anything, everything is going in our mind. It is all about what they are doing. Are they doing it right? Are they again not stuck in that problem? So that's the thing. Like, I used to give the solution, I used to give a certain guidance, okay? So, but I used to get invested, which was not healthy. Because what happens actually? You start carrying their emotional weight. You start to overcare, overthink, overdo, and in this process, they don't grow, and neither do you. Because what happens, that person gets too dependent on you, because they know whenever they have any issue, you are going to come up with a solution if they come to you. So therefore, they depend on you, that if they couldn't figure it out, you will do. So that's the thing. And this way, neither they are growing nor you are growing, because again, you are also invested in their journey, can't focus on your own. So that's the thing. And this is a very unhealthy pattern, and it needs to be broken. And guys, even in relationships, when you guide your partner too much, the balance breaks, because they start depending on you too much. And instead of being partners, one becomes the fixer and other one becomes the follower. And this broken balance is not healthy for love, because as partners, you both need to fill into each other's cups, so it won't work this way. So what I learned, and I'm passing it to you now, is that we can love people without trying to fix them all the time. And yes, you can guide them, but you cannot walk their path for them, because every person has their own lessons for growth. If you do it for them, who will do for you, right? Like, who will do your part if you are doing somebody else's part, which was theirs? Who's filling your cup? It's empty. Fill your cup first, and you can guide the other person, but you can't just do their part for them. You just can't, because that way they won't learn anything, and you left your part too for that thing. So that effort won't count, believe me. So work on your journey, and you can guide other people, but you can't just serve them the whole plate. They need to do their own they need to walk their own path, they need to take their own lessons. They can't skip it, just as you can't skip it. And one thing more, we sometimes think that no, this person can't do this, I must help them. She could not be able to do this, I should help them. Or he couldn't be able to do this, I should help him. Why that person can't do it? If you figure out why they cannot. You're a human, they are a human. You have a brain, they have a brain, right? Why they cannot figure out any solution? If they have a problem, why you always need to help them out? Why you always need to serve them the whole path of the solution? You don't need to. Let other people take stand in their own lives. Let them. Because if they can't, you should reconsider your circle. And no, I'm not asking you to be unkind. You can still be kind without losing yourself in the process. And just stop planning other people's journeys anymore. Okay, you just can't do this anymore, so stop it. Because do you think that somebody else's journey is meant for you to clear out, is meant for you to figure out? I don't think so. So realize it. You need to focus on your own journey. That is your part. Imagine doing something that is actually not even your part. Imagine. All efforts wasted. See, if anyone comes to you with a problem, do guide them, okay? With your whole heart. Guide that person, give advice, okay? But don't overdo, don't overhelp. Because at that point now, you will see that person coming repetitively. Because it will become a habit of that person because they know you are there to fix. So even how many fuck ups they do, they will know that you are there to fix it. So this way you will even lower your value too, because it seems like you are too like easy to be available, like something like this. So again, like, prioritize your energy. You are not, your energy is not free, okay? It's precious. Spend it wisely. And remember that your job is to be there for people, to be there for your loved ones, your friends, but not to like ride their journey anymore. You can't just ride their whole path. Be there for them and be there for yourself too. Just don't get lost in somebody else's life. You have yours. Okay, until next time. Bye bye.